Welcome back. Part two, Aries Sun, relationships, with the father and relationships in general, uh, and like careers. Like we can be talking about that. But I didn't explain on part one. If you catch on part two always be a little bit more common than part one. Part two, the sun represents the soul, the spirit. You dig what I'm saying? When it comes to Aries, it also represents the aura, represents the father. Uh, it's one of the main themes in your life as far as like your path. It's a lot of different parts to you, but we're gonna talk about the sun, which is expressed. You dig what I'm saying? So in relationships, if you watch part one, uh, Aries in relationships, you dig what I'm saying? They have to learn that balance because they're ruled by Mars, and the opposite of Mars is Venus. You dig what I'm saying? So love, like they have to learn how that's like an opposition for them, but they know how to do it. Like I said, Aries is the realest sign, one of the realest signs to me. They're gonna keep it real with you. They're gonna always keep it 100. They're gonna try to, like it is some Aries that be capping. I ain't gonna lie. It's some Aries that be capping. But for the most part, Aries is real. Like I said, they're the realest sign. They don't really like liars. You think what I'm saying? So what's on the opposite end of that? And they understand the lie. So I ain't mad at Aries when it comes to that aspect. So they understand like a motherfucker lying to them. You dig what I'm saying? They understand the Venus aspect. You dig what I mean? Uh, when it comes to relationships, so they'll see through bullshit when it comes to in a relationship. So like that's why they'll be arguing about shit. Like they'll ask their partner like what's wrong with them, even if the partner trying to hide some shit. Like they'll be like, "What's wrong with you?" And they'll say it in a real fucking Aries, they love to talk shit, so a lot of their mouths would be real fucked up and vulgar. You dig what I'm saying? Like mine, I'm Aries moon, so you watch my channel. I love the motherfucking cussing. That's part of the reason why Aries don't mind. Like they ain't got time for the bullshit. Just what the fuck going on? Like they on that kind of shit. So a lot of times in relationships, they'll find themselves uh, uh, in a bad spot. Like, it might seem like they're being selfish. You know what I'm saying? But to a high vibrational Aries, because this is low vibrational, high vibrational. I'll speak of that. So the high vibrational, they selfless in a relationship. So because they understand, like it's not just about them. They understand that balance, and like so don't play them. So they gonna always check you when it's time for that bullshit that a person trying to throw up. They might be trying to throw up some manipulative shit. You dig what I'm saying? That Aries can see through in a relationship. So Aries ain't gonna like that shit, and like they gonna check that, and it might not be in a good way. So a lot of them end up in domestic violence situations. You dig what I'm saying? Male and female, like I said in part one, like a lot of them would be like fighting. You dig what I'm saying? Like, but they still love that motherfucker. No matter what, they still love that motherfucker. They still love that motherfucker that they fight. They can't help it. That's just what it is. Like they can't help loving that person sometimes to their own downfall. You know what I mean? In any kind of relationship and business, cause like when you're speaking of like the opposite or polar of Aries with dealing with relationships, that's not just that one-on-one relationship, that Mark and Gina shit that we're gonna get to, but in business also. So in business, like they have to learn how to be fair, because a lot of times they'll try to get over and when they're young, they'll try to get over and get like they'll be hustlers in any kind of way, any kind of aspect. Even as kids, they'll try to hustle. They'll try to hustle other kids out of shit. If they see that kid don't know, if they don't have something and they want it, and they feel like they can get it from that kid, in any kind of way, whether it be like verbally or physically, like every kid is gonna do that shit, and they're gonna take that shit. So in the relationships, when it comes to business, they have to learn early, like treat people fair. But so a lot of times they'll become bosses in their career. no matter what career they choose, like they end up being a boss because like they don't mind telling you what the fuck to do. Like you want a manager that's gonna tell everybody else what to do. Get you an Aries motherfucking manager. They gonna tell everybody what the fuck to do. Like right now. Like if you don't, like it's gonna be consequences and repercussions in this motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? So the same thing in relationships when it comes to them. Like so they expect like if they're doing something for you, like they expect that thing back in return. Why do you have to ask? You dig what I'm saying? Like a lot of Aries do well with other fire signs. You dig what I'm saying? Like Leo, um, Sagittarius, you know, that because they all fire, so they're gonna get along to for a while. Because with Aries, you got to understand this. Aries is just like it's quick and it's fast when it comes to Aries. Like Aries can get bored real quick too. Aries get like they're like out of the zodiac, like out of all like male and female Aries in relationships, like they'll get bored quick. So if you bore them, like they don't mind like telling you like look you boring me or like they'll cheat on you straight up like because like they ain't got time for that like unless they love you. I ain't saying like that all Aries are cheaters or nothing like that, but they get bored real fast. And a lot of times, say like when it comes to Aries, like Aries might be they might feel like they want somebody real bad, and the Aries fuck around and they'll get them. They'll get the person that they want, but then like they'll get with them physically and they have sex with them like it ain't. You know what I mean? Like it's over. Like the excitement because it's all in their head. Because Aries is like in the head a lot of times. You dig what I'm saying? So like they moving fast. Like so they might go through a lot of relationships real fast and have a lot of relationships. They could be the ones in like a lot of relationships, and they cool with Aquarius. Like Aquarius and Aries, like they have that like those would be like they'll be with them a lot, and they'll be with Pisces. Um, Aries don't do well with Cancer all the time. They don't do well with Capricorn all the time. Aries don't do well with Virgo. Um, they don't do well. They don't do well with those signs. And Leo. Even though I said fire, see, cause like Leo and Aries, like even though they both fire, that like if the Leo is too motherfucking conceited to a degree, because both of them have egos. You dig what I'm saying? So Leo and Aries like that'll be the one that clash. Like even though I said the fire sign, so like that one kind of tricky. That one can be tricky like sometimes. But like the Taurus too, like cause like you know Aries and Taurus make good shit too because you know why? Because Taurus are gonna stick around when they should just leave that shit. You know what I'm saying? Aries gonna keep doing that same bullshit. Keep doing that same bullshit. Keep doing that same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So and they'll stick around. But Gemini Aries is probably one of the best, like best relationships that can manifest a lot of shit. Because in the middle of that is Taurus, and Taurus is the Earth. So they're gonna like in between, cause that NF like they both quick. They're both quick. So that's what makes them like good. Like they good with the quickies. So they might like a lot of quickies. You know what I'm saying? But if you ever watch the show Martin, which I'm pretty sure if you watching me, you watch Martin, motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta watch Martin. The comedian. You dig what I'm saying? With Gina and the rest of the crew. I can name everybody zodiac signs within that, but Martin is the Aries, and he Aries in real life. So, and Gina is a Libra. You dig what I'm saying? And in real life, she's a Libra. You dig what I'm saying? So, everybody in there played their zodiac sign. They was just their zodiac sign. Period. They wasn't like fuck the acting, like they was their zodiac sign throughout that whole thing. So him and Gina's relationship, that's like the balance how he had to learn. And a lot of times, so like the reality, like on the fantasy side of it, or you know the show, like it ended like they ended together, but y'all know what happened behind the scenes. Like it was some bullshit behind the scenes. Like so it didn't end well. See how I'm saying? Like they have to learn that balance. Like Aries and Libra, you have to learn how to balance that because it was business relationship. The business relationship clashed with the business, and it fucked everything up at home. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? That's why. And if you want to look at them at home, if you want to look at Aries at home, look at Martin and Pam's relationship. How they argue all the time. That's them at home. You dig what I'm saying? That's them at home. Cole and Tommy is nothing but Martin's conscience. It's good, like good and bad. They ain't even real. He ain't got no friends. That's Aries. You dig what I'm saying? Cole and Martin is not. I mean, Cole and Tommy ain't real. They're his conscience. Look at it like that when it comes to Aries. Boom. In relationships. So outside of that, them in career, like they can have they can do a lot of things when it comes to like jobs. Like the best jobs for any Aries is something to where they're gonna always be being active. You dig what I'm saying? So this is gonna keep them active in whatever way that that Aries like being active. But they could be physically active. You dig what I'm saying? But the older they get, they're gonna learn how to be like, nah, let them do that, because they're gonna fall into that boss aspect, especially if they was raised by their grandparents. You dig what I'm saying? So they're gonna know how to step into that role of telling others what to do and how to go about it, and not messing up the business. And like they'll be the best one for the business. You dig what I'm saying? They'll be the first ones there, and the first ones to leave sometimes. I can't say they're gonna be the last ones to leave, depending on like how passionate they are about whatever career that they're into. So, because you can find an Aries that's into their career very hard, especially like in the military or cops, because those are just the everybody will pick that for Aries, like being a cop or who else, like detectives and shit like that right there, like them the ones who trying to find everybody else. You dig what I'm saying? Because like that Mars aspect gives them that energy and that fire to see into shit and to see through bullshit, which I love. Which I love about Aries. Like I'm gonna give that to them all the time with everything. Like when it comes to them and careers. So that's the regular mundane bullshit. But I feel like Aries does well with anything they're doing with their hands. Like Aries work good with their hands. Like they work very well with their hands and like verbally. So I think a lot of Aries, like male and female, whatever, like could be barbers. They make great barbers if they're in that profession, because it deals with the head. So they make great hairdressers also. Anything dealing with working with kids also, like they're good. Like they be great teachers. You dig what I'm saying? Of whatever thing that they're into. They make great mechanics also. Yeah, great mechanics. A lot of them like to. They say a lot of them like to drive fast. Should have mentioned that the last time, but they do. Motherfuckers drive real fast. So a lot of them could be race car drive. Like they could be good race car drivers or whatever, because they're racing everywhere they go, any motherfucking way. Like unless like it's two different vibrations, but it's all different vibrations of every Aries is different. Like everything else, like everybody and everything is unique. But I would say this: the early degree Aries, them first degrees, they're a lot more calmer than the rest of them. Say like the first 10 degrees of Aries are a lot calmer when it comes to just life. Once you get past 10 and go into 11, man, them Aries start to get lit, boy. Especially them April ones. Them April ones are a lot different than the March ones. They both know how to get money, but I think the ones that's in March are a lot more focused. I don't know why it's that, because they're closer to Pisces. You know, damn, why is that? Anyway, or they might have luck. Yeah, with the Pisces, you might have luck in the money. So anyway, like a lot of the early degree Aries are good at getting money early and finding a career and knowing what they're gonna do earlier than the later degree Aries. The later degree Aries, like I said, those would be the ones that be the teenage parents, teenage mom, teenage fathers early. You dig what I'm saying? And be on child support at 15. Anyway, that's Aries careers relationships. I'm gonna fuck with y'all later.